Good morning, Mr. Shea.
Good morning.
Sir, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and/or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Judge, I'm sorry, I didn't stay.
SHA.
On March 30th, 2025, in Williams County, Texas, an officer was dispatched to a family disturbance call. The officer met with the complaining witness who stated that the defendant is her husband. The complaining witness stated that the defendant and her son, who has mental health issues, got into an argument where the defendant slapped her son in the face. The complaining witness then intervened by getting between them. The defendant then grabbed her by her hair and pulled it, causing pain. The defendant then left to the garage, saying,
This is where things turn serious fast. Notice the judge focusing on pain, because in family violence cases, that single word is everything. Even a small physical action becomes a criminal charge if the victim reports pain. What do you think? Should the recall statement reduce the severity? Or does the initial report still control the case?
their children would grow up without parents.
Judge, if I may, they did a rip call, and in the rip call, it indicated that she didn't feel any pain.
Judge, let me clarify what the recall says specifically is that he got in between them and he grabbed her hair a little bit. But it was reiterated that this hasn't happened before and that she was not hurt. It does not say she didn't feel pain, just that she was not hurt.
Did the officers ask whether she felt pain at the time?
Just have to remember your honor. The judge says that the complaining witness stated that the defendant grabbed a hold of the complainant's hair and pulled it hard, causing her to feel pain. That's as the injury.
It does say that.
It does say that the injuries grabbed a hold and pulled it hard.
Mr. Shape, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. Do we know whether she wants to have contact with him? A protective order has been issued in this case. You need to get to know it. If you do something to violate this protective order, the state can and probably will file a violation protective order against you. It's one of the worst cases.
This is where things turn serious fast. Notice the judge focusing on pain, because in family violence cases, that single word is everything. Even a small physical action becomes a criminal charge if the victim reports pain. What do you think? Should the recall statement reduce the severity? Or does the initial report still control the case?
Cases you can pick up.
The complaining witness is asking to drop charges and to drop whatever bond conditions exist, Your Honor. I don't know if that's...
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to order you not to have any threatening or harassing contact with this person. If I find that you do, I will revoke your bond and put you in jail. You need to understand that what is threatening or harassing doesn't matter what you think. I could care less what you think. It's what she perceives. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you've got a lawyer. The lawyers will take care of you. I will waive your appearance so you don't have to waste your time coming to court, but stay in touch with them. They'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Do you mind filing no threatening or harassing conduct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And we can amend the MOA approval as well to take off the residential restriction.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, sir. So what I'll have you do is we'll have you sign a reset with Victoria. We'll have you take a seat in the jury box. We're going to get bond conditions created for you. Once you sign them, after that, you'll be free to go. Do not leave until you sign the bond conditions, though, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Reyes. Morning. Sir, you're charged with racing on a highway. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On January 23rd, 2025, a law enforcement officer observed a black Silverado and a white Honda Accord at the 7800 block of South Highway 6, turning left. The law enforcement officer turning left at a high rate of speed. The law enforcement officer made a U-turn at the intersection to follow both motor vehicles, having to travel approximately 66 miles an hour in a 40-mile-an-hour zone. Law enforcement officer observed the motor vehicles to be side by side with the Honda flashing emergency lights. Law enforcement officers observed the Honda turn off its lights, and both motor vehicles began to speed up again while driving side by side and run a red light. Law enforcement officer attempted to catch up to both motor vehicles, causing the law enforcement officer to travel approximately 90 miles an hour in a 40-mile-an-hour zone. The law enforcement officer briefly lost sight and reobserved the Silverado as the motor vehicle continued traveling eastbound. A traffic stop was initiated and the law enforcement officer made contact with the driver. The defendant stated, when asked about the highway speed, "No, I was on my way home with my friend Adam, and Adam was following me home." Co-defendant arrived claiming he was there to check on the welfare of the defendant. Co-defendant stated, "I was following home, but I broke off because I wanted to get something."
So we do have a co-defendant?
I believe.
You know?
One more check.
Mr. Reyes, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. Can you run his license, please? He has a license.
Yes, Your Honor. And we do have the code in this respect. Got it.
I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to participate in this type of activity anymore. You're not to race, do any street takeovers, donuts, driving maniacally. If I find that you do, I will take your privilege to drive away from you, and then I'm going to put you in jail. Do you understand?
Sir,
I'm not asking much from you. I just want my streets to be safe.
Eligible, Your Honor.
Okay, you're also not allowed to drive unless you have liability insurance in your name. All those are conditions of your bond. You violate that, it's not going to go well for you. You understand?
sir,
Now, you have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Roth, and he'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he cannot get a hold of you because you're playing games, likewise, I will revoke your bond. We'll have you sign a reset with Victoria. We'll have you take a seat while we get your bond conditions. You'll sign it, and then you'll be free to go, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thanks. Thanks. Take care.
This one was CHA. We already filed a PC.
Oh, we did?
Just
Okay.
had to hire an attorney.
Got it. Okay. So if we have the bond conditions already in there, then free to go.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Good
Yes, yeah.
morning, Judge.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
I'm
I'm
here.
Toronto, what's up, yeah?
Yeah, it's a plea, Your Honor.
Ready? Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You are facing up to 6 months in jail. Hey, please. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you a 15-month deferred. This is a type of probation that if you complete successfully, you do not end up with a conviction on your record, but it's not dismissed. You cannot tell people it's dismissed. It's if you complete it successfully, you just don't end up with a conviction. You understand? There's a big difference. Now, for you to complete this successfully, you must do a DWI education class, an effective decision-making class, 2 victim impact panels. You must also do a TRAS. This is an evaluation to see what other conditions you need. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill them as well. No drugs, no alcohol, guardian interlock, and substance abuse treatment as needed, as indicated by the TRAS. Is this how you understand the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
There is also no breath test refusal, meaning that if you were pulled over, an officer asks you to submit a breath test while you're on this probation, you must submit a breath test. If you fail to do so, then if you fail to complete any of these conditions, we issue a warrant for your arrest. We're going to have a hearing whether you violated this probation. If you do, you're looking at 180 days in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you are stuck with this until you complete it or it gets revoked. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty? I'm not going to find you guilty. I'm going to withhold that for 15 months. If you ever have a problem, all you have to do is come back. We can work through anything. The worst thing you can do is take off or start consuming alcohol or pick up a DWI. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, we all make mistakes, Mr. Geronimo Tapia. That's why I will waive this supervisory DPS fee. This is normally a $3,000 fee, but if you come back with another DWI, it is a $6,000 surcharge. Not to mention, you're looking at a ton of time. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If I were you, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, I wouldn't get into a... Officers don't care. All they look at your record, if they see a prior DWI, it's not going to go well. Do you understand? All right, good luck. Thanks, Josh.
Your Honor, I have 2 pleas, one of which is Mr. Sohn
Aguiano. And the next one is Mr. Mosiah McIntosh. Yes, sir.
Judge, just for the court's record, Mr. McIntosh did go to the drug test today and it was negative.
Oh, great. Great. Good morning, Mr. McIntosh.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
Yes, sir. No, sir, to the judge. Okay. Judge gonna ask you how you plead guilty and not guilty guilty. Yes.
So are they going to dismiss one in exchange for the
That's
other?
correct, Judge. On each one of these clients, they, hands out your pocket, sir. Their state is going to proceed on Mr. Agriano. The state is going to proceed on the 2526700 case.
The other one's going to be dismissed.
Yes, sir.
Both of you guys are charged with multiple cases. Both of you guys have worked out agreements where they're going to dismiss one in exchange for the other. You both need to understand, and Mr. McIntosh, you need to understand that you're pleading guilty to a theft. This theft will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. So no deferreds, they didn't offer deferred anything?
Yes, I sat with him inside the office, Your Honor, and I went over the whole ordeal about what effect a theft conviction would have on him. I told him it's a crime of moral turpitude. It will hinder him for the rest of his life.
You know, in life, when you take a half-ass approach to something, you get a half-ass result. When you plead guilty to something and when it goes on your record, it's never, you're stuck with it forever. Do you know that I have people that call me now that say, hey, can you get this theft off my record? I can't get an apartment. You literally, people will deny you an apartment because you have a theft on your record. You know that? If you want to get a loan for a car, if you want to buy a new car, you came into a lot of money. Nope. It bars you from so many things. You're old enough to know actions have consequences. If you want to do this, then I'm more than happy to take it. But once you take it, that's it. I'm sure that they would offer you a short probation, do an anti-theft class, and you know, you don't end up with a conviction on your record. But once you plead guilty, that's it. And theft cases, you're branded a thief for the rest of your life.
How long was would the probation be?
I told you 12 months, sir.
And I tell you what, I'll make it sweeter. I'll take you off in half the time. But once you get that theft, so I'll take off all your fees. You won't know anything. Never about the money. I don't care. Just you tell me. You don't have to make a decision now. I'll let you talk with Mr. D. You let me know what you guys want to do. Okay.
There you are.
So, Mr. Anguiano, you have worked out an agreement. They're offering you a 12-month deferred. This is a type of probation that if you complete it successfully, you don't end up with a conviction on your record. But you can't tell people it was dismissed. It's not dismissed. You just did a probation, completed it successfully. You don't end up with a conviction. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You also need to understand that you give up nearly every right known to man by entering into this agreement, that if you violate this agreement, we issue a warrant for your arrest. You're looking at 180 days in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All you have to do is a thinking for a change and a TRAS. This is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. You have any kids? The other agreement is 25 hours of community service. I'll make you a deal. If you do a driver safety course, I'll waive the community service. That way you learn something from this. You know, it's just keep our streets safe.
Thank you, Judge.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, that's it. If you get this thing done in half the time, get all your classes done. Don't pick up any new cases. Don't test positive. I'll take you off in half the time. Can you get it done?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm not going to find you guilty. I'll withhold it. All you got to do is a TRAS, thinking for a change, 25 hours of community service. But if you do the driver safety course in lieu, you don't have to do the community service. And no drugs, no alcohol. If you ever have any issues, come back. We can talk about it. She's amazing. She'll help you however you need. All right? All right, wave your
Judge,
speaks.
I think there should be, an inclusion of clients getting his, GED, Judge. The chief and I discussed it.
Yep. Done. Do you have a driver's license?
No, sir, yet, no, you aren't.
I think that's important. If he's gonna start driving, you need a license, man. Don't drive. Don't drive until you get a license. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I want you to get your GED. That's the most important thing in your life as well. All right? All right, we're gonna give you a list of resources so that you don't have to pay anything to get your GED. All right? All right, good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Just let me know.
Yes, sir, we will go talk, Judge.
Mr. D.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. The chief and I need to talk to you about something, Your Honor. It's my understanding that the chief is not amenable to 12-month deferred on the one of the thefts. It's my understanding that he's willing to accept 18 months. However, he said he would,
I'm okay with whatever.
And Your Honor, I said I didn't tell you too. The only reason, Your Honor, there was a PTI in 2023 on this scenario. It was the case was the PTI, then we had the theft, a new theft.
What was the original PTI on? Not on a theft, though. Interference?
Your Honor, I'll come to you. Obviously, I'll always give that option. I just think given,
You want to do an 18-month deferred?
I would offer it to.
What do you think? Because we can always early
he
terminate.
just told me he wouldn't be willing to do an 18-month.
Well, but what I'm telling you is if he does well, I'll terminate him early.
I told him that he would terminate it in 9 months.
Come on up. Your alternative is a conviction. And I'm telling you now, the conviction will hose you for the rest of your life. We're trying to save you from yourself because sometimes people are their own worst enemy. And that's you now. You're continually shooting yourself in the foot. Life is hard as it is. And when you start racking up convictions, especially theft convictions, it just gets so much worse. I promise you, it's not fun. This life is about one thing. It's about having fun, making a lot of money, getting to buy nice things, going on nice vacations. And when you get that theft conviction, no one gives you a job. No one's going to give you because they know that you're going to steal from them, given the opportunity. That's why we have convictions, to put the entire world on notice of what type of person you are. That's why you want to avoid as many convictions as you can. Because once you get that notice, and once the entire world knows you're that type of person, they don't give second chances. Very few times. I'll do whatever you want to do. If you want to take a conviction, you can do it. If you want to do the deferred, what we do is we reward you. If you do well, we take you off early. It could be 6 months. It depends on you. If you get it done really quick, I can take you off in 4 months. I can take you off in 6 months. It depends on.
This is textbook. The judge is reminding the defendant that perception matters more than intent under protective order law. Even a message that he believes is harmless can violate bond conditions. Comment below. Do you think protective orders should rely on the victim's perception or the defendant's intent?
How well you do it. You're the master of your own domain.
I'll
I'm
take,
just trying to save you from yourself.
Is this the final
yes, sir.
decision?
Yes, sir.
It's up to you. They can write it up for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. I'm the one that can early terminate you, right? And that depends on you. If
Okay.
you do well, you don't test positive, get your stuff done quick, we'll take you off quick. The idea is that you learn from this, so you don't pick up another case. At some point, you're going to get the itch to take something. Don't. It's just not worth it. You know, whatever the stupid ass thing in the store that you want, just don't. Work and you get it on your own. You know what I mean?
Sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Whatever you want.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. Make the right decision.
All right, Mr. McIntosh, this is a good deal. I hope you do well, you know?
I will.
The agreement is,
18 months.
it's an 18-month,
MZIP.
um,
I didn't print out the new one.
18 months.
all right. Okay, so they're gonna Yeah, I got it. They're going to dismiss the one and then she's doing a deferred on this
Yes,
one,
sir,
right?
Your Honor.
You know, the thing is that if you complete this, Mr. McIntosh, you will have no convictions on your record. You know, we're sending you out in the world better than you came if you can complete this. You know, we're not asking for much. The agreement here is an anti-theft class, a TRAS, no drugs, no alcohol, and 25 hours of community service. Are you working? What do you do with yourself?
I just started with Bacon Temp Agency,
Okay.
and I just got an interview with Jovi's full-time as a butcher.
Um,
And I'm
did you graduate from high school?
Yeah, I graduated from high school, and I'm doing Coursera, automation, IT,
Great.
online.
As long as you get the anti-theft class done and you work full-time, I'll waive the community service. Just make us proud, get the theft class done, stay out of trouble for at least 6 months, you're out of this thing. Okay, we'll early terminate you.
Thank you.
We're gonna waive all the fees, you're not gonna have to pay for anything. I can't pay for the class, you'll have to pay for that. But I'm taking fees off for everything else.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to have a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you're stuck with us until you complete it successfully or if you get revoked. Now, if you do well, no conviction. If you fail, like you pick up a new case, you don't do your anti-theft class, or you test positive for something, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. I will put you in jail, and you're looking at 180 days. You understand?
I understand,
We're
Your
not
Honor.
asking for much. All right?
Your Honor.
All right, so I'm going to follow the agreement. We'll send you to it. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you,
Did
Your
he say
Honor.
guilty or no?
He said guilty,
Okay,
Judge.
all right. Luck to you, Mr. Mack.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That's all right, that's it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. D.
Yes,
Thanks
sir.
for being so patient. You are Tavion Williams.
Sir.
Mr. Williams, you now stand charged with yet another case. Terroristic threat of a family or household member. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge. On March 30th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer was dispatched to a disturbance and made contact with the defendant and the complaining witness. The complaining witness and the defendant were in a previous dating relationship for 3 to 4 years. The complaining witness stated that the defendant was upset because the complaining witness broke up with him. Complaining witness stated that the defendant had called and texted her multiple times. On one such call, the defendant stated that he would go to her location, punch her in the face, and break her phone. The complaining witness stated that she then stopped answering the defendant's calls. The defendant then showed up at her location and attempted to make contact with her multiple times and grabbed her arm from across the counter. The complaining witness stated
And
she
did what?
grabbed her arm from across the counter. The complainant witness said she was in fear for her life. Witness, the complainant was further confirmed the events and then also described another incident. The event showed up to complaining witness's job and threatened her life.
Since December of last year, Mr. Williams, unlawful carrying of a weapon, felony UUMV, evading arrest, gun case, felony gun case, and now a terroristic threat. Within a matter of 2.5 months, you have picked up 6 cases. What on earth is going on with you? We will now find out. I'm ordering you now to go take a drug test, and you will return tomorrow so we can fulfill the bond conditions. If you so far as have any contact with this person, I'm going to make your bond so high you'll have teeth falling out. Do you understand? You are not to be in possession of any weapons, and I'm going to put a monitor on your ankle so I know where you are at all times. The next case you pick up, I'm going to freaking lose it. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
So I'd like to send him for a test now, and then right afterwards, he gets a GPS monitor, not to go within 500 feet of where the complaining witness lives, works, no weapons, no drugs, no alcohol, and then we will return tomorrow to discuss the results. We will also, in the interim, give you an application to fill out, and you can bring that back tomorrow to see whether you qualify for an appointed lawyer, sir. You know, Mr. Herrera, so you talked about a PTI and he doesn't want it?
They denied it, Your Honor.
Oh, it's denied?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Mr. Herrera, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 2 days that you've done. You need to understand that this charge will now go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. I would never, even if you have a sip of alcohol, I wouldn't get into a car. When they look your record up, if you get pulled over and an officer smells it, it's probably not going to go well for you. And what we're doing today, from now on, it's a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. No more proverbial slaps on the wrist. Do you understand?
Sir.
Judge, I don't know what the credit or the time was, but he has 1 day credit. I'm not sure what.
So whatever it is,
Okay.
you're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you can never change this. Are you sure you want to do this?
Yes.
How do you plead to the officer, guilty or not guilty?
Yes.
Are you sure? If you're not guilty, then don't plead to it, man.
Oh, no, yeah.
Because once you plead, you can never change this. This isn't Target where you can return it because you don't like it. Are you sure?
Sir.
Okay. I'm going to find you guilty, Mr. Herrera. Let me make something else abundantly clear to you. Your lawyer is asking for me to waive what would otherwise be a $3,000 surcharge that would normally apply to you. We all make mistakes. But if you continue to make mistakes where you endanger other people's lives, that's when the sentences get a lot more serious. A second DWI, like I said, it's a minimum of 30 days in jail and a $6,000 surcharge. So if you come back with another DWI, do you understand?
Sir.
If you want to get lit, take an Uber. $40, anywhere you want to go in this city. How much money have you spent? You know what I mean? Good luck.
Your Honor, I'm here on Mr. Terrence Robinson. Looked like Mr. Terrence Robinson had an outstanding case that was unbeknownst to him. It looked like he posted bond on that case. Looked like it was an assault case. I think it was last year, 2024, but he just got arrested for that case. He posted bond, he posted bond before he got rearrested for it. Well, he never was arrested because it was a 2B. But they posted bond on that case. But the case was before the new case that we have.
October 18, 2024.
Right.
Come up, Mr. Robinson.
Yes, sir. It looks like it was just a late filing, so they filed with the sheriff.
Who's the complaining witness in the assault case?
It is a, it says acquaintance, 19-year-old, just going through now.
So it looks like this case was in October of last year before this terroristic threat. So we're not going to do anything to the bond. Okay? Just be careful. Don't have contact with the person in the assault case.
May I ask one question, Your Honor?
Sure.
I just moved off of my netta and wondering when I get back to the new outreach community church program and get the address, I'll make sure I give it to my lawyer because nobody's given it to me since I moved there yesterday.
Okay? Just all we ask is don't have contact with these people. Don't go
Yes.
over there. Just don't talk to them and all will be well if you just,
Yes, sir.
that's it. And no weapons too.
Oh, no.
So we're going to create bond conditions for you. We'll have you sign it and then you're free to go.
Okay.
I just bought what they gave me when I got out. It was a G.
But they put your
You already
GPS?
posted bond on that.
Sorry, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Did they give you a GPS?
He has the bond already, Judge. He
Okay.
just posted bond. He has a bond on the case.
You got a free bond, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Sorry.
All right, take care.
Did you find PC on the new one? Or?
Oh,
It was,
Have we not done PC on it?
Tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, he said tomorrow.
I guess let's do it. Please.
Officer was assigned to a case of follow-up investigation for an assault bodily injury that occurred on 10/18/2024. Officers made contact with the complainant. Complainant stated the incident occurred on the corner street bakery near Main Street Square. Complainant stated that he was talking to a friend. Complainant stated that he was sitting down. He saw the defendant grab a metal water bottle and threw it against the head of the complainant. Complainant stated this caused him to lose consciousness and a laceration on his head. Complainant stated he felt pain. Complainant stated he ID'd the defendant. Complainant texted the officer an image of the injuries. Officers stated that the image showed a laceration of the complainant's head. Officers created a photo spread using the defendant's most recent mugshot. There was a photo, a six-pack lineup spread.
So both just complete unknowns.
It appears that way, Your Honor. It does show in the office report that they were acquaintances. But I don't, sometimes they say that and it's not the case. But a mugshot was done or a mugshot lineup was done. The complainant ID'd the defendants. They met with the complainant on 3/19/2025 when they administered the double blind photo spread and he positively ID'd the defendant.
Understand, all we want, Mr. Robinson, we want our street safe. We
Yes,
don't
sir.
want people that are walking down the street and they're scared to walk down the street because they're going to get assaulted,
Yes,
you
sir.
know? You now have 2 open cases. Don't pick up a third. It's just not going to go well. So don't have any contact with this person, no weapons and all. It's good. All right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, my word.
They're going to create the conditional levy, sign it, and after that, you're free to go.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
sir.
Your Honor.
Yes.